Hi, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead and
Tom.
so we are taking a trip up north today. It's 11:30. We're leaving late because he didn't get home till 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're grabbing something to eat and then we'll be home to cook supper. It's going to be an easy one. But look how high our river is right now. Usually from sitting here you cannot see the river. I mean, you know it's there, but you can't see it. Our dam is covered and it's supposed to rain all day long. A little concerning since we only live 2 houses from the river. But look how fast it's moving. It's crazy. So I'll bring you along when we head up north. Well, now it's raining again. Tell ya. Look at all the flooding in between the roads. It's out in the fields. I want to clear the window. There we go. Look at that one.
Yep,
Holy crap, look at that one. Those look little ponds.
They won't be farming on that for a while.
Yeah. We're actually headed to Mount Pleasant, and then we're going to go over to Vestaburg to my grandma's. We were just talking about her house. I loved her house, but the people that own the pizza shop, they bought it, and they put an addition on it. They let me see the inside of it. Look at that. That's the river overflow from the Maple River. Woo, that one's high.
Yeah, where it's usually dry, you got ducks swimming in it.
Maple River is really high. They actually had a flood over here years ago. It was back when I used to be with my ex-boyfriend Roger, and we used to fish over here at Rainbow Lake. Well, the dam at Rainbow Lake broke, so it actually flooded into the river, and now the river has actually panfish in it too, but it took out, I mean, it was crazy. Rainbow Lake was completely empty, and it was all in the river.
Yeah.
And it took a long time, and thankfully they filled it back up, and so now the property over there is just like crazy stupid expensive. But now the lake up by our old cabin, our governor has chosen not to refill it. So all those people that spent tons of money to live on the lake live on nothing.
Lakefront property, that's beachfront property.
Yeah. And actually there's a guy that Tom used to work with at Tri-Bar, and he was a jerk. He actually got my youngest son fired, and he was just a jerk, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Ugh. I never even met him, and I couldn't even tell you.
So I asked him how the fishing was.
So he happened to buy a cabin up on that lake. And I never wish bad on anybody, ever, ever, ever. But when Tom told me about it, I said, you know, couldn't have happened to a nicer person. Sometimes you get your payback here on Earth. Because, needless to say, has he ever been able to sell it that you know of?
I have no idea. I haven't talked to Tom in forever.
Yeah.
I see him on Facebook every now and then. He doesn't say anything about it, so I'm assuming it's probably somewhere.
Yeah.
Who wants to buy beachfront property?
Exactly. And their property, like the water was like halfway up inside the houses and stuff. So
Yep.
even the ones that you can buy over there now, they all have to have repairs done on them. So that was a few years back.
It rushed in there so fast it took a pontoon and crushed it underneath.
Well, that dam was over there by Saginaw, right? I think so. Somewhere over there. And yeah, that wasn't good. And I don't know. Our governor doesn't want to fund to have that dam fixed. It's because the private owner has it.
And he tried to get him to fix it before it went.
Yeah.
Before it broke.
Yep, he tried to get them to help him fix it, and they wouldn't do
He was
it.
gonna help pay for it, but he didn't need
So yeah, sometimes when dams break, boy, I'll tell you what, it causes a lot of damage. But, you know, Tom was like, this is just Michigan. I said, April showers bring May flowers. So it just happens naturally.
Yeah.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
So did you finally get home at 3 o'clock this morning?
Yeah.
And it just started raining as you got your last nail in, huh?
Yeah. And it was my idea to go to Mount Pleasant today.
Oh.
Not yours.
Yeah, I didn't really want to go, but anyway. I wanted to go to this small little tiny Chinese buffet that they have in Alma. So I was looking it up, and it's permanently closed because Alma College bought it. Wonder what they put in there.
Probably dormitory.
I doubt it's right next to railroad tracks.
Yeah, that would be not a good place.
But
you get cheap rent that way.
I highly doubt it. Alma College is a private college. It's very expensive. A friend of mine, actually, he went 4 years at Alma College. But you know why he went there before he went to Michigan State?
No.
His dad was a custodian at Alma College, and he could go for free.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
You know, your cheap shit done first.
Cheap stuff.
Cheap stuff, yeah.
Alright, well, there's more flooding over here. I'm sure all the farm country's like that right now. And you know what's amazing is you think that they'll never be able to get the tractors in the fields again. But God works miracles, and the winds will come and it'll all dry out, and then the farmers will get in the field again. Hopefully. I don't know, the way things are going lately, I don't know about that, but that's how it usually works.
Winter wheat.
Yeah, the winter wheat's
pretty messed up by now.
Yeah, it's probably flooded right now. But you can see all those beautiful things over there. Those windmills. I think they should outlaw those. And they should outlaw the fields that they keep. Look at this field. That's going to take a lot of wind to dry that one out. But the solar fields up here, and what I hate, it's up by where I'm from, and it's all farm country, and what's horrible is that I know the farmers, they've had rough times, whatever, and they've been selling out their land for all this, what is it called? The solar.
The green shit.
And, you know, it's really sad because, let me tell you, you can save money on electric and, you know, all that good stuff, but, you know, if you don't have air, you ain't gonna breathe. And land and trees and all that stuff helps people to breathe. But, you know, what do I know?
They
So
apparently know what science is.
yeah. You know, I think it's funny, everybody wants to go green, but to go green, you got to take away the green.
Yeah.
It's very heartbreaking. I think that's one of the reasons I haven't pushed to get us a place up here, because, like, how far are they going to take the windmills over there? Is it going to be on a property that I want? You know what I mean? I don't want to be around the windmills. And what's so funny is that, look at,
Foggy it is out there.
half of them aren't even moving or anything. And I don't know about you guys, but like Consumers Energy just got an approval to raise their rates 8.6%. So, you know, I mean, where are we saving any money? I guess I'm lost on that. 8.6% is a lot of money. We challenged our house taxes too, and it came back, and they're keeping them the way that they wanted them. Not that that shocks me.
They're under review.
No, they reviewed it and they're going to keep it at what they said.
What they said, yeah.
They told us our house, you can go to 77 now. About 5 years ago, we had a realtor come over and he said we could get $65,000 out of the house. Which I thought back then was kind of high. But anyway. Now, the city of Lansing is trying to tell us our house is worth $96,300.
Yeah.
I told them we'll never get that out of that house. And they came back with the review and said it's worth $96,300. Yeah. Well, you bring that to my wallet and then we'll move.
Just go ahead and pay me for that and we'll just let you have it for that kind of money.
It's so funny because our neighborhood actually used to be a $20,000 neighborhood. Then it went up to a $40,000. Now I guess it's went to $100,000, I guess.
Yeah.
Because my mom, actually, the house that Jack lives in, she paid $8,500 for that. They paid $8,500 for the house that we live in. And then across the street, she got a lot plus a house that needed work for $8,500. So it's like, now all of a sudden they're $100,000 houses. Right. But anyways, I've been gabbing too long. We just passed Ithaca. Then it'll be Alma, and then Mount Pleasant. And I'm going by my arm being twisted. It's already noon, so dinner probably won't be till like 5 or a little bit after, I guess, because, you know, it's an hour and a half back home and an hour back to where we got to go.
It'll
And
be fine.
yeah. All right, so we'll see you in a little bit. Thought we'd make a quick stop at the lake. There's Bass Lake. My dream house is all the way across over there. No ice, but we didn't drive down any farther because look at all that mud. Ugh. We're going to drive by a cabin that we wanted to get, but they did a bidding war around COVID and we decided not to do it. So we'll be right back. Well, I went to go video it and I only took a picture of it. So you get to see part of it anyway. We're not going back down through that tight squeeze because it's really, really tight even with my car.
And it's wet.
And it's very wet. Yeah. That over there used to be, it's 2 acres. And it actually used to be a great big barn. And it was a bar. And they'd have dancing there every weekend. And the big wigs of the town had it run out. So they don't actually have a bar in the village of Vesterberg anymore. But my mom said it was a lot of fun and they had the steps. And the water used to be a lot higher then. And my grandpa, as old as he was 66 years old when I was born. And he would let us girls jump up on his shoulders and then we'd jump into the water. But the water's levels down probably 8 feet since I was a little kid. So yeah, you gotta walk quite a ways out, don't you?
Quite a ways out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, get up the top, then get up the top of my chest about probably 60 feet or more out there.
Yeah, it's a long walk out before it. Yeah, we've lost a lot of water.
You'd think with all this rain, it'd
Turn
come up
right.
a little bit, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but it don't.
Right?
Yep. Turn right. Like I got Emmy now, he says, turn right, Grandma. Turn left, Grandma. And then turn left.
Right here?
At the road, yeah. I've always loved that house right over there.
This one over here?
Mm-hmm. It was like always the nicest one in town.
Not really a steep roof.
Yeah. I had a dream about my grandma and Bonnie the other day. And I thought maybe I was supposed to use their house numbers for my lottery, and I tried it and didn't get anything.
Didn't work.
Turn right at the next street. Right here at the White House. So where that 3D's Pizza is, it used to be a house. And when the lady and her husband broke up, she collected dogs. It was horrible in there. She had to move out. And they found all kinds of dead dogs in there. All right, so slow down. This is where my grandparents lived. You can slow down. They added on, go ahead a little bit. They added on, okay, stop. They added on all this from here over. And, well, no, part of that, because yeah, that was actually, that's where the front door, other front door was, and then there was another one over here, and this was all garden. And yeah, it used to be so much nicer than this. I hated it. Now you can go ahead. Yeah. And right through there where there's all that wood and stuff, that used to be where it was the, what do they call that? You can keep going. They actually had a road name for it, but it's the, like, what do they call behind buildings and stuff? The alley.
Alley.
And believe me, us kids use that alley a lot. Because over on Avenue A, my grandma would turn left, was on Avenue D, or E. And our other friends were on A. So we just, and they were at the if you're going down the alley this way, they'd be on the right-hand side. And if you come back, we're on the other side. Those used to be beautiful apple trees. And that old lady that lived in the trailer, she used to come out and she goes, "You kids leave our apples alone." And they were just little tiny green apples. I mean, we'd eat them until you could actually smell them in your nose. I let AJ try them last year, remember? And he's like, "That's gross, Grandma." That's gross. But Tom doesn't like to have a clear windshield, I guess. Go. Straight. Yes, straight. And this is Vesterberg High School. And used to be where the stop sign is, was a road. It was Avenue B. And so this is all part of the school where they joined it all together. Used to be that side over there was the grade school, and this side over here was the high school. Actually, my cousins lived down that road, but it's still elementary, middle school over here, and high school on the other side. But they took that road out and made it so that they could put the school together. Now they have a bigger play area too. Alright, you can turn right. This is Chippewa through here, so it's always been Crystal Road. Now it says Chippewa. I would call it Chippewa. It's always been Crystal Road.
It says substitutes needed.
Yeah, over there where that big gray building is where my cousin's house used to sit. And the house across the street from them, they had 18 kids.
That's a lot.
Yeah. 18 kids.
Reed had 16.
Well, they didn't work or nothing. They just sat home and made babies all the time, I guess. But anyway. Reed's dad at least was a farmer and worked hard. I can't even remember their last names now. Ferguson's.
Ferguson?
Yeah.
Like a tractor?
Alright, the graveyard's up here.
Yep.
Ferguson's, that's what it was. You don't hear about any of them anymore, at least I don't. A lot of these people in this graveyard are my kin. A lot of them.
I still remember when Lena went through here.
Yeah, we let Lena drive our big white truck through here. I thought she was going to take this out right here.
I didn't take the fender right clean off my drawers.
She did it. She made it.
Her vision was a little better than mine, I guess. I'm going like this.
I know what you were doing.
My truck.
I wouldn't have let her smash into it.
My truck, oh no.
Okay, you can go more than a mile an hour. It's okay.
I'm just cruising along.
Cruising on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, so we'll be early doing her grave, but we thought about it and
Is this it?
no.
The next one.
Oh my gosh, 15 years, you would think you'd know where it's at.
Looks funny in the
Holy
rain.
jeez, oh Pete's.
Looks funny. There it is.
Yes, right here, right here, right here.
I know. Pick up the posies you want. And I will put them on.
Well, it might help if you stopped. Her birthday balloon,
Okay.
posies. And then put that on her grave. Isn't this cute, you guys? Ribbit, ribbit.
Read.
And I got this one for my mom's grave. I'll show you. She loved frogs. I'm not going to do her grave today, but next month. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. So this is where me and Tom would be buried. I'll be buried right next to my grandma. So, we'll be back later. So now we're in Butternut, and this used to be a shoe store and a general store. And they actually have it for sale right now. It's on 1.2 acres, and it's in rough shape. It is in really rough shape. You can pull forward a little bit. But they only want $59,000 for it. And it's got 3 apartments up there, I guess. Okay, you can pull forward more. A little more. More. And it actually has a garage that comes with it. Okay, now you can go.
I'm not call that a garage. Look at the garage door. It's a tarp.
Yeah, and there's the backyard. But could you imagine? Oh, look at that, how bad that's flooded. Dang. Anyways. But I got to thinking, could you imagine if you had the money to like sock $100,000 into that? How beautiful that building could be.
No.
Oh. Me and Tom, I liked that property. All the way in the back there, it has a little tiny cabin. But it was a trailer with a house built on. But this is, slow down. That's what I wanted to make into a house if we ever had the money to buy that property. It's an old county building, you know, for like the snow plows and stuff. That's the kind of building I would love to have changed into a house. Ugh. There's one in Vesterberg that's my dream, isn't it? That's like that. Ugh. But not as long, and it's got lots of windows in it. It's really cool. But anyways, so look at all this flooding. Look at that crazy.
Oh, rain.
Turn left. So I asked Tom, did he want to go through Ithaca or Carson City, and you picked what?
Towards the city.
He picked to go to Carson City. Well, earlier, what did you say you wanted for lunch?
Main Street Pizza.
So what are we going to do for supper?
Main Street Pizza.
What was that? Whose idea was it?
It was mine earlier.
So, we aren't going to cook dinner. We will cook it tomorrow, though. We don't get very often that we can just, like, take off and look at all that. Holy crap.
Really. A lot of water flowing around there.
Ugh. I would not want to try to get down that road right now where my sister's buried.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. Ugh. my brother's road. But that's actually where my nephew lives, farther down that road. So I imagine that's a mess too. But, so we've decided to stop and have pizza. We already called and ordered it. And then if we get where we want munchies later on, we can have it while we're watching. We'll have pizza left over. Well, we'll be over at Kroger's. So any of you that got a Kroger's this week, they have their, if you buy 5, you can get them for $1.99 a pound. So I bought 5 earlier this week. Now Tom's going to go put it on his card, and we're going to get 5 more. And they have pasta sauce, ragu, I think. If you buy 5, it's $1.49, which is even cheaper than Kroger or Walmart's Walmart brand. They just sold that old schoolhouse $130,000, and guys, it needed a boatload of work inside. I can't even imagine. But no, it didn't take long to sell it all. Like 3 weeks.
I mean, before they put it up for sale.
Yeah. Oh, it'd been sitting forever, yeah. You know, last time we went out to dinner was right there with my brother.
Yep.
Remember the day that he met Becky?
Rusty Nail.
Yep. We used to go there and cash our checks because I used to work at Carson City Prison. And she'd always make sure every other week on Thursday she'd have a boatload of money in there so she could cash all of our checks. But I'm sure she made lots of money that day because everybody'd come in drinking. I don't drink, but didn't then either. But drinking and food and stuff. This right here, I seen a posting. It's M57 surplus. And I always figured that was like, just like for, you know, Army stuff. But it's not. It's got even fish and stuff in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We should go there sometime. So I appreciate you guys coming with me. The views really do help. And, you know, like, I made $36 more than I made the month before because I did 2 videos a day. Isn't that sad? I made $236 last month. There's a splash pad that we take the kids to. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh, turn around. Turn around. You got to see this. You got to see this. Oh my gosh. Oh, you can't do it yet. You guys, wait till you see this. Hopefully they're not gone. Oh my gosh. I have not seen it this flooded in forever. Wait till you see this. All right, after this white car, go. Go, go, go. Oh my gosh. Don't pull into the parking lot, whatever you do. Look at these. Stop right here, stop right here, stop right here. Those kids were up to their like hips. That is actually Fish Creek. And it's usually like...
It looks like it's more than just Fish Creek right now.
Oh my gosh. Those kids were out there walking in that, and it was all the way up to their waist.
I'll bet that's cold.
I bet it's really cold too. Wow. Alright, you go up.
Back the other way, aren't they? Yep.
Let's see if they go in too deep. They got waders on.
Sit on the park bench for a while. See it down there?
Oh yeah, the park bench is covered with water too, see? Holy crap. Those boys are having fun. Alright, you can go.
You're there, they're checking to see they got leaks in the waders.
Yeah, that's Little Fish Creek. That's where we park, right over there. And it's all underwater. Look at that. Holy crap.
Turn around the parking lot?
Well, you could probably turn around here. Don't go into the parking lot. Yeah, the parking lot is flooded.
I see that. We normally park at the splash pad.
Holy crap. That is usually where we park. You might want to back up so you can, because you're going to go back to your left. Look how fast it is over there, too.
It's running pretty good.
I'm not even looking forward to what it's going to look like at home. All right. Sorry the video is so long, you guys, but hey, this is life, and we're enjoying the day together, aren't we, Tom?
Yep.
All right. We'll come back. How's the pizza, Tom?
Delicious.
There it is.
As usual.
Yummy. We just talked about this is the first time we've been in here in years without our grandkids. So we're dinnering together, baby.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we got all of our errands done. We're back in town. I'm so excited, aren't you?
No. We're running now.
We're gonna go home.
Take a nap.
We're gonna strip the bed
And take a nap.
and start laundry. Uh-oh.
That's probably not good.
All right, so thanks for coming along with us. You guys have a blessed day. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.